All right, this is the third place game in the Raspberry Jam, I think. This is the rematch of the Stormhawks versus, what was their, Lightning. We're going to call them the Lightning. Lightning in blue, Stormhawks in white. Lightning took the initial game 5-2 yesterday, and this is the rematch. McNabb in the corner along with Clava. McNabb has the puck behind the net, still controls. Rung around, going to be picked up by the wing. They're going to try and hit the center in the wing, and they're just going to play dump and chase. We'll see if they have the energy. They outskated us yesterday by quite a bit. Lindell gets it, he loses it into the zone, and pass right out front, right out Webstead. Webstead and net. They center it right out in front, and bam, right like that, first shot is again. So Costly was turnover, trying to skate it out of the zone, cost the Stormhawks, and then 1 minute in, that's 1-0 in favor of the Lightning. Face off, pushed into the zone, slapped in by Heights. Behind the net it goes, over to the wing. Brandt is there, he tries to stick that a little bit. Heinz is going to bump him from behind, back behind Webstead it goes. Picked up by Avon. Avon gets it up to Heinz. Heinz is going to get over to Nickel. Nickel's going to try and get it in. He's going to go. Brandt's going to chase. Behind the net it goes. Brandt picks it. He's got Nichols in the slot. It gets back to Adam. Adam takes a shot, tipped by Heinz. Brandt in the corner, hits it back to the point. Zeltinger's there. Tip, doesn't quite make it through. As the Lightning regroup behind the net. Adam goes to pinch. It gets deflected, and the guy races by down the ice. Brandt's trying to force him. Oh, Brandt lost an edge a little bit, hit the wall. Cross to the slot. The official helps play a little defense. Zeltinger's going to get it. He's going to skate it up. Zeltinger's got it. He gets it in the slot. A little bit behind Nickel. Nickel down low. He's got to dump it and get off. Thorpe takes a shot. A little bit of a blind screen there by Olenvan. Back to Thorpe. Thorpe's going to miss the pass, and it's going to be icing net. 12-21. Lightning lead 1-0. I believe off of one shot, in which Webstead didn't have a choice. The guy was standing right in front. Camped. 12-21. Face off in Stormhawk zone. Glove side of Webstead. Shot from the point. Webstead watches it in. Saw that one coming, and we'll redo it again with the face off to his glove side. Face off by Rotunda. Banked off the boards up high. Kept in by the Lightning. Dreyer reverses directions. No one's there but a Lightning figure. Thorpe is there. Puck comes out. It's going to be poked by Blake Van to Olenvan. Olenvan's going to try and go through. He's going to beat the guy. First one to the puck. He's going to try and center it. Tries to get it to Blake. Dreyer takes a shot right on. And now they got to get back. Dreyer forces him to stop and lose an edge. Dreyer has on the board, centers it right out front. Don't know what we're doing there. They come through, and Webstead lays on his back, not knowing where it is, but it ended up being under the 0 in the number 30 on his jersey. But not a good centering blind pass or whatever you want to call it there. Too much traffic. 11:31 to go. Face off to the blocker side. Comes through. It's going to be kicked up by McNabb. McNabb tries to get it to Nutter. They're skating a little high as the Lightning regroup in their zone. Off the boards it goes into the Stormhawk zone. Going to be picked up by Lindell behind the net. He looks, centers it right to the Lightning. Lightning turns, fire. Boy, they had a rebound of a guy right there too. McNabb's going to get it. He gets it up to Nutter. Nutter enters the zone, tries to get it to McNabb. It's behind him. Picked off, and now they got a back check. They come down. He tries to split the D. Unsuccessful, but the winger picks it up for the Lightning. Lightning still have control. They got to put a body on him. It's the only way it looks like they're going to stop him. Push to the wing. Going to be chipped out by Jackson's break. And out into the neutral zone it comes. Lightning regroup the neutral zone. Dump it in. It's tipped. The break's going to be there. He loses it. Gets a pick. It comes right out front to Webstead. And he makes a crucial save. Some of the best shots Lightning have had are just pushes right out in front. 10-16 of the first period. Shots on goal not being tracked, but Lightning are ahead. Face off by Nickel. Down low it goes. Centered right out in front. Can get it. Heights is going to get it. Brandt's going to get it. He's going to get it up to Heights. Oh, can't quite get it. And it's going to be icing. That was an opportunity right there. Just missed the home run pass, and at 10:04, they got to go again from the blocker side. Face-off is won by the Lightning. Back up high. Oh, tipped and off the crossbar. Abin's going to get it. He gets it poked away. Nickel gets it. He avoids Abin. They regroup. Nickel gets it up to Brandt. Brandt's going to dump it into the zone. But we got to get someone chasing. It's a great opportunity to dump it in, but if no one's chasing, it's not going to work. Brandt has it, sends it right up to Hines, takes to Hines. Hines winds up. Good feed by Brandt to Hines. Would have been nice if he could have gotten that off a little bit quicker. Face off to the blocker side in the Lightning zone. Nickel wins the draw back to Abin. Abin dumps it into the corner. Picked up by the Lightning. They circle the net. They try and go far side to the wing. It's behind them, but he still controls. Ridden off by Zeltinger. Stormhawks are still chasing. Tipped by Nickel. Nickel has it down there. They're having a hard time getting out. Pretty good forecheck here. You got F1 and F2. F3 is still high. Nickel is there. Trying to get it out. Tries to get it. And they set up behind the net again and hit their wing. Oh, he gets by F3, but not out of the zone. Picked up by Brandt. You know, this is the best pressure that we've seen. Brandt's going to get it. He's going to go back. Actually, he's going to get beat up on the boards. Finally, it's going to go in. They got to go get off. They got to get a shift change. Rotunda's there with the forecheck. This is more of a forecheck we saw yesterday. Lightning come up, and they dump it. It should be icing. He was way beyond the red line, or short of the red line. And at 8:11, it'll be a face-off in the Lightning zone. Stormhawks got a little bit of pressure there. Hopefully boost their confidence. Ornery fan yelling stuff. Don't know what he's yelling. Face off is Rotunda. Puck kind of sits there. It's going to be controlled by Olin Van. Dump down low. Keep the forecheck. Rotunda cuts them off. They retreat behind the net. Olin Van gets it. Pops it out. And Rotunda's going to put the forecheck on too. Much better job forechecking. Let's see if they can keep this up. Blake Van's there. Rotunda's there. Olin Van's playing high, and they get it out to the wing. It's a 1-on-1-2. He's going to be offsides by the poke check of Jackson to break. .738. Face off outside the Stormhawk zone. Clava wins the draw, but is dumped into the zone of the Stormhawks. Saved by Webstead. Picked up by Nutter. Nutter's got Clava on the side. It's a race for it. Clava is able to chip it through, unable to get a shot. Nutter is there as well. Out to the point it comes, to the neutral zone. As they come through, to break gets it, tries to get it to Nutter, unsuccessful, and it's dumped into the zone, and there's a huge forecheck coming by the Lightning. Up to McNabb. McNabb gets it to Clava, gets it to Nutter, and they get it back to him in the zone, and he gets gobbled up by a couple lightning bugs. They come through, they hit the man in the slot, shot wide of Webstead. Picked up by Tabrake. Tabrake fans on it. This team fans a lot on passes and shots. Out into the slot it goes. Shot and chipped, and it's going to flip off of Webstead's. I believe it was his blocker. Jumped right through, landed on the backside, and the guy was at the back door to put him up 2-0 at 6:29. Let's go, boys. So all that pressure, and then the Lightning come down for a quick 1-2 shots, and they get on the board. The Stormhawks are down 2-0. Face off, it looks like with that nickel out there. Draw is going to be chipped into the zone. Brant's going to chase. He's going to battle at the boards. Heinz is going to ride him off. He gets it right out front. Adams there, takes a shot. He put it high. Would have been better off a little low shot for a rebound. He's able to gobble it up high. Face off to the blocker side. Draw is won by the Lightning. Push behind the net. They try and get it out. Abbott stands them up. And Zeltinger's going to get it in the Stormhawk zone. 6:03. Zeltinger blows an edge. Picked up by the Lightning. Centered right out in front. There's two guys there. Nice save by Webster. Got a pad on it. That would have been an easy goal for them if he didn't slide across. Zeltinger's there. Chipped along the boards. Chipped up by Brandt. Brandt gets it to Nickel. Nickel's going to skate it up. He's got Brandt in the slot. Brandt flips it back. It's right there. Oh! Nichols gets it, and then Jackson Heights get a slap at it. And the Lightning come right back with speed into the Stormhawk zone, while everyone else on their team goes for a switch, but they still control the puck. They have a guy out in the slot, is banked out to the point, over to the other point. Shot, and Webster's going to glove it at 5:12. So a couple opportunities for both teams, except the Lightning have made them successful. .512 on the board. Rotunda, Vans, and Van line out there. Thorpe gathers it behind the net, changes directions, gets the puck chipped away from him. Rotunda's there to help. Finally, it's picked off by Dreyer. Dreyer tries to clear it, can't get it out. Nice check by Thorpe to take the body. But the puck comes right out to the slot. Shot. And defensively, they did what they needed to do, but the puck got slapped right out in front. And then it was a race to the puck, and the Lightning just slapped it in. And that puts them up 3-0 at 4:48. So a little bit of puck luck going with the way the puck came out to the center, or the Lightning are doing a great job of feeding the guy in the middle. Olenven has it, tries to get it through, and the Lightning are going to go for a slash. Stormhawks power play is not good. They have a hard time setting up in the zone lately and getting decent shots. See if they can make something happen. 4:45 on the board. Face-off is controlled by the Lightning, but not cleared. Nutter down low. He's ridden off the puck. Heinz is going to get it. In the corner he goes. He tries to bank it up to Lindell. Lindell is pinched off. They have the extra guy, but the Lightning are there, the two guys to clear it. As 30 seconds run off the, almost 30 seconds run off the power play. See if the Stormhawks can at least set something up, get some shots. Nutter at center, takes the draw. Puck is still loose. Lightning are going to gain control. They ring it around. Kept in by, chipped out by Kleva over to Zeltinger. Zeltinger's out there, hits Nutter. And Nutter's going down, and it's going to be a two-man advantage for the power play for 1:15. Trip on the Lightning. We'll see what the two-man advantage does. Yesterday, the Lightning were able to capitalize. Let's see if the Stormhawks can. Kleva, Heinz, and Nutter out there along with Avon and Zeltinger. Draw is kicked back to Avon. Avon gets it to Zeltinger. Over to Clava. Clava back high. Reltinger can't control it. Clava has a high slot, goes far side, tries to hit Abbott. He can't get a stick on it. The official gets a skate in there. Abbott has it, goes across to Clava. Clava back over, tries to get it to Nutter. Still haven't gotten a shot yet. Clava has it high slot. Cross to Abbott. Abbott's low, takes a shot for Hines gets it back in the neutral zone and over to Clava. In the zone they go. Back to Abbott. Abbott to Clava. And 10 seconds remain on the first penalty. Abbott has it, goes high to Reltinger, over to Clava. Clava's low, goes cross. Abbott just loses his foot. Lightning get it and skate it out. And they need to regroup again. The Lightning push it down deep, and they got it. Reltinger behind the net. And they need to get something going. They got nothing going. 29 seconds in the power play advantage. Holden McNabb comes out there. Rotunda comes out. There's 20 seconds remaining in the power play opportunity. Two-man advantage. Squirmish. Gets it up to Holden McNabb. McNabb kicks it up into the zone. It's blocked by the official. Thorpe gets it. He walks to the middle. Tries to get it to Dreyer. Dreyer tries to go far side. Gets it over to McNabb. McNabb centers it out, and it's going to be a race for the puck. Thorpe does a nice job. He was falling. So, Lightning wanted a penalty, but one thing if you lose your footing. And that was 2 power plays attempt with no shots. Did we have a shot? No shots. Lightning chipping off the board at 1:27 remaining in the first period. And down low it goes. It's going to be picked up by Thorpe. Thorpe over to Dreyer, back to Thorpe. Over to McNabb. McNabb tries to get to Olin Van. Back to McNabb. McNabb gets it to Rotunda. As the Lightning come back 2-on-2. Cross the top of the slot, saved by Webstead. Picked up by Lindell. Lindell skates out of the zone with it, but the back check is great by the Lightning. And boy, they got a ton of guys on the ice at this point. They got away with one there. Lightning come into the zone. Stick cleared by Webstead. Going to be picked up by Nickel. Nickel's going to skate up. Gets it to Brandt. Brandt goes in. Gets ridden off by the Lightning. Picked up again by Brandt. Brandt gets leveled. Takes one in the head, and that guy's going to the box for elbowing, I'm assuming, at 29.6 seconds. So a power play opportunity. That this time it looks like they're going to leave the regular lines out there with Brandt, Nickel, Hines, with Lindell and Tabrake at the points. Draws taken back to Tabrake. Break to Brandt, back to Tabrake, over to Lindell. Lindell has it down, looks for Nickel. Nickel up high to Lindell. The Lightning are getting pulled out. They should be able to get a shot far side. Lindell goes, high shot to Tabrake. Got to get a shot. 8 seconds shot, deflected by Tabrake. He's still able to play it in. Pushes, and the Lightning are going to skate it out, and that's going to end the period with a 3-0 lead in favor of the Lightning. We'll be back after this. Mic is back on. We're lit up by green. 10:27 to go in the second period. Grant's down there to chase along with Nickel. Played in the corner. Lightning come out. They hit the far wing. They come down on Aben. Shot, push to the side. Zeltinger's there. Lightning control along the boards. Heinz takes a slap at it through the slot. Wide of the net. It's going to be pushed up the boards. Grant's there along with Nickel. Controlled by the Lightning. Pushed into the corner. Push to the other corner. Zeltinger's going to get there. He's going to try and chip it up. He's going to go. Brandt's going to chase. Brandt's going to get to the puck. He gets ridden off. Heinz is there. Then Nickel. Nickel still has it. He's got it. Brandt's in front. He needs to go high. He loses it on the boards. Oh, he's still got it. To the Lightning. He's trying to skate it. Takes a shot. Deflected by the winger. Heinz is there to ride a guy into the boards. Thorpe loses an edge. Dreyer has it. He's going to get it up to Kleva. Kleva's going to enter the zone. They got a 3-on-2. Kleva tries to feed McNabb. Can't quite get it through the stick of the Lightning, and in the corner it goes. Played down low. Lightning have it behind their net. 8:56 remaining in the second. Thorpe keeps it at the point. Nutter's there. He picks the puck. Tries to get it out front. Slapped into the corner by the Lightning. McNabb is there. He's going to control it and dump it down deep, where Nutter's going to pick it up. McNabb has on board. Back to the point to Dreyer. Dreyer goes far side. Line pass. The winger almost got that. Thorpe centers it across high. McNabb has it. Takes a shot. Didn't get all of it. Dreyer has it, and the Lightning are going to come back out. They got a 2-on-1, and they're going to just dump it in and go for a change. Lightning the first one to the puck. Pushes it down low. Thorpe over to the wing of Nutter. Nutter can't get it cleanly. Thorpe misses it. He can't handle it cleanly. Behind the net of Webstead it is. Lightning still control. Kleva's there with Dreyer. Finally the puck comes out to McNabb. McNabb banks it off the board, and it's going to be icing at 7:40. So the Stormhawks are still down 3-0 halfway through the second period. Lightning take the draw. It's slapped by Tabreak. Rotunda's there to play a body. Tabreak plays a body. Linnell picks it up, tries to push it up. Olin Van just can't get it, but Blake Van's up there if they can get it to him. He's able to get a piece of it. They enter the zone. Blake does a toe drag into the corner. Picked off by Olin Van on the boards, out to Lindell, and it skips off the rink and all the way down back into the Stormhawk zone. They got a guy flying, so they got to go a little quicker. Nice move by Tabreak. Tabreak's going to get it over to Lindell. Lindell banks it off the board. Not quite in, but Olin Van's there to cause some chaos. Nice hustle by Olin Van. He gets it right to the slot. Blake Van shoots high. And slapped down. There's good pressure here. Rotunda's down there. Olin Van gets it. They spin it around. It's going to be pinched nice and low by Lindell. Lindell pushes it towards the net. And the Lightning finally gained control by going D to D. They go far side to the wing. And it was close to being onsides as Blake Van used his skate as his brother was still inside the zone. 6:29 to go. That was the pressure that the Stormhawks needed. See if they can get a goal here. Nickel on the draw. Puck is not controlled by anyone. Finally knocked back into the Stormhawk zone. Zeltinger's going to pick it up. Over to Brandt. Brandt can't control it. Grant gets bumped around a little bit. Evans there, finally pushed up the board. Hines is going to get it. Evans going to get it. He's going to jump his stick. Nickel is going to skate. He's got some pressure on it. He beats him to the puck. He's got Grant out front along with Hines. Had them both. Nickel down low. Gets it over to Brandt. Brandt goes up to Hines. Hines gets hit from behind. Takes a backhand and Hines goes down. It's not going again. Too loud? It said the volume isn't on? Oh.
I don't have a thing to control the volume.
Okay. Can she hear me now? Hello? Okay. All right. So again, okay. So again, the power play no, it's a dual. What did we get a penalty? Oh. All right. So we get a checking from behind for the Lightning and a retaliation for the Stormhawks. So it's a 5-on-5 with 5:32 of the second period. Nutter chases behind the net. Nice move by the Lightning as they chip it out into the neutral zone. Zeltinger's there. He has time. He's going to skate it up, dump it into the zone. Nutter's going to race for it. It's going to be held in by Abbott, who banks it off of Clava's back and out into the bench. Face off to the blocker side, 5:09. Draw is won by the Lightning. Picked up by the Lightning. They're going to chip it out into the bench again. It's like the third or fourth one they go into our bench. Get a new puck. Stay in your home. Face off to the blocker side. Clava on the draw. McNabb and Nutter on his side. Draw won by the Lightning. Pushed around to the wing on the boards. The wing has time, hits the center. He comes down. He's going to go by. Ooh, Abbott makes a great stick recovery as the puck got by him. He was able to scoop it enough to get the Lightning to go off sides. Face off outside the zone of the Stormhawks. 4:51 remaining in the second period. Still down 3-0. Face-off is not really controlled by anyone. Finally, the Stormhawks grab a piece of it. Nutter has it, gets it over to Zeltinger. Zeltinger up to McNabb. McNabb tries to go deep. Not successful that time. Back out into the neutral zone. Avon gets it picked, but recovered by Clava. Avon comes down, dumps it in, and the Lightning are able to transition and come out of the zone. Up to McNabb. McNabb gives it to Nutter. Nutter's got himself coming in all alone. Takes a shot. Pad saved by the Lightning goalkeeper. And it's tipped by Dreyer. So the icing's weighed off at 4:05. Behind the net it goes. Lightning play a hit on Dreyer. Dreyer back to Thorpe. Thorpe starts to skate it up. You gotta push that puck up. Thorpe into the zone with some control. Dumps it down low. No one's there. Played upon on the board. Olin Van's able to keep it in. Rotunda's there. Puck is just floating at the blue line. Finally comes out of the zone. Nice check by Dreyer. Thorpe takes the body. Olin Van can't quite get it, but comes out to the neutral zone, and they're giving a unsportsmanlike conduct to the Lightning. At 3:20. So power play opportunity for the Stormhawks. Yes, let them do it. They're giving a misconduct and a 2-minute penalty. So someone's serving a 10 if another guy gets in the box. No one else is getting in the box. So they have the Blake Van, Olin Van, Rotunda to break. Blake Van has it in the slot, takes a shot. Tip to the side. Down low it goes. Olin Van out to break to Lindell. Lindell has a man on him. Olin Van's going to go, trying to defeat Rotunda in the slot. Lindell is there, picked up by Tabrake. Tabrake gets it down to Van. Van shoots it around. It's going to be kept in by Lindell. Lindell to Blake Van. Blake Van to Olin. To Blake. To Olin. Tries to stuff it in, and it gets on the board. And that's the first power play goal we've had in a long time. So he got the goaltender looking one way, was able, and took a chance on the stuff, was able to put it in there, and that puts the Stormhawks on the board at 3-1. See if the Stormhawks can build on this. Still down by 2. 2:32 remaining in the second period. Abbott loses an edge. Nickel has it. Takes it. It's popped right up front. Oh, puck is loose. Brandt's going to skate. He's got a 1-on-2. He's going to go wide. Takes a shot right off the face mask of the goaltender. About the best he could do there. 2-11. Face off to the glove side. Nickel on the draw. Takes the draw. It's still loose. Nickel down to the corner he goes. It's a battle. Lightning are able to control it. They go to the far wing off his skate. Picked up by Abbott. Abbott over to Dreyer. Dreyer looks, trying to hit Nickel. Passes behind him. Chip back into the zone where Abbott plays it in the corner. Over to Dreyer. He can't get it. Played along the boards. Lightning scoop it and switch directions. Abbott off the boards. Can't get it by the Lightning player. Dreyer has it. He's going to get up to Brandt. Brandt's going to go. Oh, he's just a hair behind trying to hit Hines. But Hines is still battling at this point. Nickel is there. Can't get it to Dreyer. Dreyer can't, or Zeltinger can't handle it. And the Lightning come back. It's a 1-on-1. Comes through. And he makes a nice move on Ford. And then he makes a nice move on Webstead. And that brings the 3-goal deficit back at 1:13. So after getting a bunch of pressure and stuff, the Lightning were able to sneak out and get a 1-on-1 in which the player made a pretty good move on several and was able to bait Webstead. Over to Nutter. Nutter flips it to the Lightning. Going to be picked up by McNabb. McNabb bangs it into the Lightning zone behind the net. Stormhawks chase. Behind the net they go. Try to get by Pleva. McNabb's there to hold. 45 seconds remain in the second period. They come through. Down low. Lightning still have control. Dreyer's able to get a piece of it. McNabb flips it out. Dreyer's got it. It's a 3-on-2. Dreyer coming in. Dreyer goes far side to Nutter. Sauce pass just a little high above the stick. Nutter has it. Pleva gonna give a bump. Plays the body. Nutter's getting a little tangled as Lightning come down. They got a 2-on-2. He makes a move. Thorpe is able to take the body, gets it to McNabb. McNabb's going to get it up. He's going to get it to Blake Van. Oh, and they just run out of time. And after 2, the score is 4-1 in favor of the Lightning. Begins, 15 seconds on the clock. Rotundas gets it. He gets his stick tied up a little bit. Going to be controlled by Lindell. Lindell gets it up to Blake Van. He dumps it in, and they got a forecheck. Put a little bit of forecheck, a little bit of fear in there. People start to back out. Blake Van steps out of the slot, takes a shot. Oh, great save. Might have deflected off the side of the net, but back down low it goes. Blake Van has it again. Look, centers it right out front. Tried to hit Olin and Rotunda, unable to get a clean stick on it. And there's a little bit of pressure. Lightning tried to go far side, and they end up icing it. So 40 seconds of pressure, and the Lightning decide to ice it, and there'll be a face-off in the zone again at 14:20. Rotunda at center. Draw is knocked behind the net, but picked up by Van. Van tries to center it. Comes to Rotunda. Rotunda takes a shot, doesn't make it to the net. Good defensive play by the Lightning there. The defenseman, how he didn't get that to the net. Dumped down low. And the Lightning are going to go far side, and there's going to be icing again at 13:58. Face off to the glove side inside the Lightning zone. Good pressure for over a minute there by the Stormhawks. Nicolette center, Hines and Brand at side, Abbott and Zeltinger at the point. Face off is rung around. Abbott pinches. And it comes back out to the neutral zone. Zeltinger's going to get it. He's going to skate it up. He's going to go, and that's going to be icing. He was about 3 feet before he crossed the red line. At 13:40, it's going to be a face-off down in the Stormhawk zone to the blocker side of Webstead. Nickel finds the right face-off dot, wins the draw. It's down low. Ooh, he might have gotten away with one there. Oh, okay, and they're going to call hand pass. Wasn't sure if they're going to call him for a trip as his stick got entangled in the Lightning. Outside the zone it goes to the hand pass. Nickel on the draw is going to get it up. Hines is going to get it. He's going to skate through. Unable to get a shot due to the good stick. Hines is still there. Grant's going to be in there to battle. Pushes it down low, keeps it in there. Hines still has it. Hines is still there. Grant comes over with a little hit. It's always little when it's from Brant. They can't get it out. It gets by Abbott at the point and back out to the neutral zone. Zeltinger's there. He tries to get it, float one to Brant, unsuccessful. Tries to get through. Lightning, they got a guy in the slot, unable to get it. Hines has it. He's going to get it over to Brant. It's Brant and Nickel. Brant's going to come through. You know, he gets picked from the backside. He's got to be aware of that. And the Stormhawks got to regroup. And Brant was either slow to get up or gassed. I'm not sure which one. 12:36 in the third period. Stormhawks still down 4-1. Clava, Nutter, and McNabb out there along with Thorpe and Dreyer. Controlled by the Stormhawks. Over to Dreyer. Dreyer gets it to McNabb. McNabb dumps it in. Lightning try to get it out. They got numbers. Clava takes a shot high above the net. Kept in by Thorpe. Out to the neutral zone it goes. Dreyer steps up. Ooh. And then he flicks it back in. Right on net to the Lightning. Nutter's there along with Clava. Clava bounces off the side of the net. It's in the slot. As the Lightning start to step out. A shot on Webstead, and he's going to gobble it up at 11:58. Face off to the blocker side. 11:58 left in the third. Score is 4-1 in favor of the Lightning over the Stormhawks. Draw is controlled by the Lightning and dumped down low. Lindell's going to chase. It's going to be kicked out. McNabb's going to have it. He's going to have a one-on-one, but man, they're back checking hard on him. He gets a pick from the backside. Down low to Nutter, behind the net. Tries to go back to McNabb, out to the point. Drake takes a shot. It's tipped. It's right there, out in front. Lindell's going to hold the zone. Another shot, but there was lots of traffic in front there. And they got a back check. Lightning come back. They go 1-2. Get a shot right on Webstead. And the pressure by the Stormhawks caused a little bit of an easy breakout for the Lightning. And that might be the case as we continue in the third period due to being down by 3 goals. 11:20, Rotunda on the faceoff. Kicked out to the point. Held in. Olin Van's going to grab it. He's going to go behind the net. It's picked off by the Lightning. Back up in the slot. There's a shot. Doesn't quite make it to Webstead. At the point, Olin Van swiped at it. Didn't get a piece. Played to the boards, off his skates. Blake Van's going to get it. He's got Rotunda. Rotunda gets bumped up. One thing about the Lightning, they back check. You do not have time to glide or anything like that. You have to be skating. Icing is not waved off. It's right on the Lightning goalkeep. Oh, it's centered right in front. Olin Van can't quite handle it, but he's still there. Rotunda jumps his stick and actually retreats to the neutral zone. Back to the point it goes. Abbin tries to get it to Van. Back to Abbin, over to Zeltinger. Zeltinger's not going to get there. Lightning are going to be the first one there. They hit the guy in the slot. Comes through. He gets the shot either fanned or partly blocked. Rotunda gets it, and they got a 3-on-2. But look at this back check. They are just coming. Rotunda comes through. Puck is pushed down low. Van is there. It's loose in the corner. Olin Van's going to pick it up. He goes down low. Blake Van is there. It's going to be picked by Olin Van. Into the slot it goes. And the Lightning are going to flip it back out. Thorpe plays along the boards. Into the slot it goes. I saw a stick go flying. I don't know exactly what happened. Played in the corner. The Lightning control down low. They're looking for the guy in the slot, and they get the guy in the slot. Great save by Webstead as he slid across, and it's going to be icing by the Stormhawks at 9:16. Lightning are very vocal around their bench and fans. Face off to the blacker side of Webstead. Nickel on the draw. Draw is won by the Lightning. Push back to the point. Hines is racing for it. He's going to be almost get there. He's still there. He's going to play the puck. Comes back out to the slot. Lindell's going to try and pinch. Brandt's there. He's going to be able to get the puck. He's going to go behind the net. He stops short. Looks for Hines. It's deflected. Comes out to the point. Gets it to Nickel. Nickel's got a 1-on-2. He goes wide, takes a shot, and at 8:43, the Stormhawks have some good bursts. They just can't seem to get the goals that they need. Face off to the glove side. Nickel on the draw, gets it back to Brandt. Brandt to Lindell. Lindell to break, takes a shot. Oh, the goalie didn't even see it, I don't think. Hines was standing in front like a tree. To break, gets it, it's chipped up high. Can be played behind the net by Webstead. Stopped, oh, he stopped it. Puck is right there. Nickel is there. Played along the boards. It's going to be picked up by Brandt. Brandt's going to look. He's got it. Going to get it to Hines. It's behind him. Got to get a little bit more power on that. Hines is there. Into the zone it goes. Nickel has it. Banked off the boards. Defense gets it to Brandt. Brandt skates it into the zone. Tries to go to Nickel. Didn't quite know what was going on there. Shot on Webstead, and they do a quick whistle at 7:53. Face-off is controlled by the Stormhawks. Zeltinger has it, gets it to Avon. Avon had Kleba. If he gets it, hurry. And they're going to wave off icing. Kleba's down there to forecheck along with McNabb. McNabb gets driven hard, but pops back up. Lightning skated down right through the center slot. Zeltinger rides him to the side. Centered it, made it through to the slot. Shot on Webstead. He covers up at 7:23. Face-off will be to the glove side. Played on the draw. Won by the Lightning. Tip out in front of Webstead. Just went wide. Guy was alone out front. Centered out in front. Picked up by McNabb. McNabb banks it around to Avon. Avon gets it blocked off his stick and goes right to Webstead. He covers up for safety concerns. 7:06 remains in the third period. Still down by 3. On the draw, controlled by the Stormhawks. Thorpe fanned on it a little bit, but it comes out, banked out to the neutral zone it goes. 22 of the Lightning, chased by McNabb. Finally, he gets rid of it to his partner behind the net. McNabb's still there. Nice job by him, putting a little bit of pressure on it. Now they got to get back. Lightning skated up, right through the center zone, hit the wing on the side, and they're just going to go deep. The advantage for the Lightning at this point is they don't need to score any more goals, and they can just play keep away. He's going to go through. Nutter's going to get it. He's going to go in. He's got 1-on-1. Takes a shot. Blocked by the goaltender. Hog save on the blocker side. Nutter continues to go. Nutter might have got away with one there, and it's dumped into the zone by the Lightning. Thorpe losing control. It's centered to the slot. Intercepted by Blake Van. Thorpe's going to skate it up. Thorpe goes through. Centering pass. Lightning are going to go. They're going to hit their winger. Comes through. Dreyer needs to get a step on him on Webstead. He loses his footing. Picked up by Lindell. Up to Blake Van. Blake Van's got Dreyer can't quite get it through or control the puck. Outside the zone it goes. Lindell's going to race to it. Nice job of him. Dreyer could have gotten a penalty for that. As a stick went flying in the air, not in play. Lindell has it. Rotunda's there, and back up to the neutral zone it goes. Over to Olin. Olin trying to get it deep. Rotunda's there as well. Olin comes out there with it. He gets knocked down. Rotunda's trying to get a stick on it. Lindell steps up to pinch. They get by him. Now they're back checking. To break gets deep. Shot on Webstead, and he covers up at 4:45. .445 remaining in the third period. Stormhawks still down by 3. Nickel on the draw. It's finally controlled by the Stormhawks, but picked off. Nickel has it. He's going to skate it up. He's got good speed. He's got Brandt and Hines, and he gets it tapped away up the blue line, and I thought that was offsides, but Nickel gets it. It's a one-on-one. Brandt gets tripped on the side. Nickel is there. Brandt gets it. Nickel still has it. It's going to be chipped out by the Lightning as they come down a 2-on-2. Zeltinger's there. It's centered right to the center slot. And that was a penalty of a trip, and I don't know if that was a penalty or not. It almost looked like he lost a little bit of his edge, but maybe he stepped on the blade. Not sure. Anyhow, the Stormhawks are going to go on the power play. You got Brandt, Nickel, and Olin Van out there. Nickel on the draw. Brandt kicks it back to the point. Zeltinger's there over to Abin. Abin back to Zeltinger to Brandt. Brandt takes it, shot, doesn't quite make it through. Back into the neutral zone it goes. Over to Abin. Back to Zeltinger. Zeltinger's going to skate it up. He's going to dump it in. Olin Van's going to chase and meet it in the corner. Good job by him. He gets it over to Brandt. Brandt's got to take a look. That was a blind pass. Minute 28 to go. Back up to Brandt. Brandt's going to skate through. He's going to try and get it through. Wild stick. Played along the board. It's a 1-on-2. Pulled out of there by Olin Van. Played by Brandt. Brandt tries to get it to Dreyer, and it gives away a breakaway. It's a 1-on-0. Comes in, and he fans on Webstead. Webstead's going to call it, and Dreyer's going to the box for roughing. So the power play opportunity at 3:01 left in the game, and it'll be 4-on-4 for about a minute. Dreyer goes to the box for roughing. I didn't see it, but I saw the guy laying on the ice after Dreyer had done a drive-by. Nutter on the draw. Controlled by the Lightning. The Lightning take a shot right on Webstead. Nice block and stick check into the corner it goes. To break is there. He pins him up. It's 4-on-4. Centered out front to the point. Blocked by Nutter. Shot. Pad saved by Webstead. Over to the side. Shot that goes wide of Webstead. Nutter has it. He skates. Written off by the Lightning. Lightning's just going to play without a stick, but he's taking out guys. Good job by him. Give him a little bit of credit, and it's flipped. I don't know where it went. Well, it flipped out of the rink at 2:16 remaining in the game. 12-second 4-on-4, and then it will be a minute 3 power play for the Lightning. Boy, that was a mouthful. Nutter on the draw. Gets the draw. Lindell slaps it, but is held in by the Lightning. Over to the other defense. Shot on Webstead, and he covers it up. Face off. Rotunda's there. He takes it. Puck is still not controlled. Finally gathered by Zeltinger. He's going to bank it up the boards. Held in at the point. And now it's a power play for the Lightning at this point. 5-on-4 for about 50 seconds. To the corner it goes. Slides right to the guy in the slot. Hitting him right on the tape. Unable to fire the shot. There's the Lightning control around the perimeter. Lightning don't have to do anything. Up high they go. Over to the side, he takes it. Shot. I believe Webster got a piece of that. Rotunda's going to get there. He's going to race, knock it out of the neutral zone. He's still battling. Oh, Rotunda almost got a stick on that. Comes through. Ridden off by McNabb. And the power play is done. It's back to 5-on-5 with 1 minute remaining in the game. Down low it goes. Rings the rail. Evans there. Big contact, body contact there. Picked up by Blake Van. It's a 2-on-2. Blake Van does a little move. Tries to get to the center slot. He's ridden out. And the Lightning come back. Into the slot he goes through, gets a shot. Webstead grabs it, drops it, gives it to Dreyer. Dreyer's going to get it back to Blake Van. Blake Van's coming down again. Tried the same move, unsuccessful. Olin Van's going to pick it up on the far side. He's going to ring it back around. Slapped at it by Thorpe, held in the zone. Blake Van comes through. He's got his brother on the side, takes a shot, tries to get it to Olin Van. Can't quite get the tip. Dreyer takes one. And that's the game. And the final score of this third place game in the Raspberry Jam is 4-1 in favor of the Lightning. Shots on net to be determined.